So this new warm-up program you're using, Winning Warm-Ups for the Voice, uses the 5, typical vowels we use in English. And here on the far right, they give the IPA symbols. IPA is an abbreviation for International Phonetic Alphabet. So when you go to college for voice, you have to learn IPA. You have to take a whole class in it so you know how to pronounce all of the major European languages that you have to learn how to sing in. And these warm-ups, you're just going to be singing vowels and solfege syllables, so not too complicated. But the A that looks like this, with the little hook on top, that is the A, like the example they give is for the word father. So ah. Can you try making that sound? Ah. Uh-huh. So I don't know if you remember when I asked you where you were from. Your ah vowel has a pretty distinctive accent.
Oh, really?
That's not from here. Which is why I was wondering. I had guessed in my mind, because I forgot that you were from, do you mind if I say you're from where you're from?
Yeah.
From Oregon, which is where I was born as well. But I thought you must be from farther east of here, because I've heard a lot of people with that accent from farther east. Maybe it's just a coastal accent, I don't know. But definitely more of an ah sound with your corners spread out more than we're gonna want for. So we wanted ah. So ah is the tallest of the vowels we use in English. So I think of the vowel shapes as fingertips, like different amounts of fingertips. So ah is gonna be so tall, we should be able to get 3 fingertips between our teeth like this. Ah.
Ah.
Ah. Uh-huh. So you see how your ah looks like ah. So that's kind of the opposite of what we want. We want to bring the corners in and chin down. Ah.
Ah.
See how you could drop even more? Uh-huh. So it's kind of the same shape you'd have if you were yawning. Like try yawning once. See, it's the same, like really tall open shape. And for every vowel sound, and only for vowel sounds this is true, we want to have the tip of the tongue here pressed against the roots of the lower teeth, and the tip of the tongue will stay down like that for the vowel. So there really are 3 different positions for the tongue against the teeth. You could have the tip of your tongue so you're right above where the gum line and the tooth line meet. So you're only touching the teeth. So try that. Or you could slide the tip farther down so you're touching both your gums and your teeth at the same time. Or you could slide really far down so you're only touching gum, no teeth. We're gonna go for the middle position. So you're touching your gum and your teeth at the same time. And wherever your jaw goes, in this case 3 fingertips down, that tip of your tongue is going to follow the jaw as it descends. So we want like a lot of space for that ah vowel, so we don't sound like father, but father.
Father.
Yeah, every time right now, I'm just going to call you out on camera, sorry. It's what I do best. Every time you sing an ah exercise right now, you're like, ah. Which is fine, but this will be better.
Okay.
I'm sure.
I'm gonna really hear it now, probably.
You probably won't right now. Maybe you will, but I wouldn't be surprised if you can't tell right now, but probably in like a year from now, you'll be able to tell.
Okay.
That's how it is for most people. And then we have the E, lowercase e. I don't know if this is going to show up on your tutorial, but E is going to make, like they give the word fate as an example, so it's an A sound. And A is going to be, I think of it as a 2 fingertip vowel. It's a little bit more shallow, so A, A, A. See how you could get a little more space? A,
A.
And O is the same. 2 fingertips. Oh.
Oh.
And if you get more than 2 fingertips worth, that's great. And then oo and e are the shallowest, so we should still be able to get 1 fingertip between our teeth. E.
E.
And see how your teeth are actually overlapping? Look at yourself. You can get closer. Look at your teeth. E.
E.
Can you get your there? I was like, I don't think I could get my fingertip between those teeth. Yeah. E was the hardest vowel for me to get to be tall. Not that I've mastered it, but it's a real tricky one. Keeping the tongue down and the jaw down and the teeth apart. E.
E.
And so for every vowel, in addition to the tongue tip staying down, the rest of the tongue has to move, but the tips should stay down. We want our teeth not to touch at all. In the back or the front, nowhere should the teeth be touching, which really is a rule for life, except for when you're chewing. That's really the only time your teeth should be touching like this. So you can think of that when you're singing. Are my teeth separated? Because they should be. And the other thing to think about is the corner of your lips, because right now we're trying to learn classical vowel shapes in this case, which is something new for you. And so we want to think of the corners instead of being like A, E, I, O, ooh, like where the corners like really change their position. We want to kind of have a track and the corners don't really go outside of that track. A, E, I, O, ooh, instead of E and A where the corners spread really far apart. For some other genres that's fine, but for classical we want to have this like oval shape in the core for each of our vowel sounds, and the lip corners can help with that. So does all of that make sense?
Yeah.
You have any questions about any of that? Oh, and the IPA, that I forgot to say, it looks like an I, but it makes an E sound. The I with the dot. O makes an O sound, so that's nice. And then U makes an oo sound, which is usually how U sounds anyway. So any questions about that? All right, great job.